Alright, we're back with Rechain of Memories. Moving on to our next floor.
What if it's more things?
Huh?
Goofy was telling us about another castle we'd been to. But none of us really remembers it. Do you think? Could it be that we don't remember because we're losing our memories?
Losing our memories?
Hold on. Remember what that mystery fella said? In this place, to find is to lose, and to lose is to find. It must have been our memories he was talking about losing.
So if we keep going, we'll lose more. Guess it really is Castle Oblivion.
So the higher we go, the more we'll forget. Does that mean everything and everybody will be forgotten?
Riku and Kairi too.
So he still remembers them at this point, but everything else is starting to go away. But at this point, he's still mostly just forgotten all of the Disney stuff and his abilities.
Come on, Sora. When you turned into a Heartless, did you forget about
Now,
me and
some of the line deliveries in this
Of
game
course
might
I
seem
did.
kind of strange,
There you go.
and a lot of that is down to
No
the fact
matter
that the
what
cutscenes
happens,
were
you won't
animated for the
forget your
Japanese
friends.
version, and because they're pre-rendered cutscenes, the lip syncing couldn't be adjusted for the English. So yeah, that's one of the reasons for some of the stilted
right.
line deliveries in the fully voiced cutscenes.
Because they had to make it fit.
Yeah.
To make you forget about your friends, then we have nothing to be scared of. Let's go!
I suppose that's a comfort.
But when I turned into a Heartless, who was the one who took forever to notice and kept clobbering me?
So he remembers that.
How come you couldn't forget about that?
He just doesn't remember that it took place in a castle called Hollow Bastion.
Right.
Or rather, a castle
goody,
in the
here we
world
are.
called Hollow Bastion. Yep, we're in Hercules. So, since we did Kingdom Hearts 1, a very major thing happened in the world of Kingdom Hearts, and that is the cancellation of an entire game.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Kingdom Hearts Missing Link was canceled in last May, which was around the time when our playthrough was airing, but after we'd finished recording it. And yeah, so that was a mobile game that was supposed to be kind of like the sequel to Union Cross, or at least following up on its story. And I think that was supposed to be out in originally in late 2024, and then but everything around that was always weird. They were always saying we're going to do this, and then didn't happen for a long time, and then pushed this back, and then eventually they just said, no, we're canning it.
Yeah, it sucks. Union Cross really could have used a remake.
Well, see, that's the thing. Most people reacted to the news more or less positively because Kingdom Hearts fans have been kind of sick of important information being shoved into mobile games, because that's what Missing Link was. It was going to involve some GPS stuff like Pokemon Go style, although not in the same way. The thing is that people are hoping that this is sort of a wake-up call to Square and be like, okay, all this information that you have put into mobile games, which at this point, Union Cross is just straight up delisted. You can't play it even if you want to. Can't even download it for the cutscene viewer unless you already had it, like I do. So
Wait. How can he remember this if he wasn't there?
Wait, what did he say?
Well, just how can he remember Hades?
I think he's just... Wait, who remembers Hades?
Sora, he wasn't here for this, I don't think. Unless he's mixing up.
Wait, did Sora mention Hades? I'm sorry, I wasn't
No.
paying attention.
It's just they walk off, and this is happening without Sora being there, but this is based off his memories. But we know this conversation happens in the game, but Sora never heard this.
I mean, it's based off of his memories, but we could also assume that Castle Oblivion has other knowledge. And, I mean, Sora didn't witness any of this, but he could imagine that something like this happened. He knew that Hades had cut a deal with Cloud.
Right.
And he also knew that this wasn't something that he had seen, so it would make sense for these events to happen outside of his direct view. It's almost like it's happening subconsciously.
Okay.
But yeah, so anyways, people are hoping that Square Enix recognizes that, hey, putting all this information, especially stuff that's going to be foundationally important for Kingdom Hearts 4, into mobile games is not a good idea. And that hopefully they'll create some sort of way to experience Union Cross's full story and Missing Link in some way that is not only accessible, but desirable. Like, people actually want to do it at some point. Hopefully it's not a huge project that takes up a bunch of time and resources, but I mean, from what we could see, Missing Link's like story and new characters seemed interesting. I was down to at least watch YouTube playthroughs of it, you know, like translations and whatnot, but I wasn't going to actually play it myself. It is a bit of a shame then that it may never see the light of day, but if it's as important as it seemed to be, because every part of Kingdom Hearts is a piece to the larger puzzle, they're going to try to implement it somehow, I think.
Right. I just want a fully explorable Game Central station in 3D with the good engine. That's really what I care about.
Yeah, we'll see what... I mean, for all we know, that could be a world in Kingdom Hearts 4.
I would be so happy. And if they do a Ralph Breaks the Internet world, I will just... No.
I wouldn't worry too much about that. They very rarely go straight for sequels. They always try and do the original first. I mean, they might try to implement some elements of it, but they would definitely focus on the original film first.
Okay, good. I don't know if I've ever talked about Cloud's Pauldron before, but those little bolts sticking out actually do feel like they have a purpose and that they would theoretically stop a blade.
Possibly.
Which reminds me,
yes.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you start.
Oh, I was just going to say, I should get back into FF14 one of these times.
I might play a Final Fantasy at some point, but problem is that them being JRPGs, they're so long, and I'm not sure I want to commit to something like that.
Right.
I'd love to play the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy, but I'd really like to play the original first.
Same.
So what I was going to say is that, remember how in Kingdom Hearts 1, how I kept complaining about how, oh, the Paopu fruit and, you know, two people share one, but in every time they've ever referenced it back, they always have their own? Yeah, so as it turns out, there's some translational nonsense going on there. In the original Japanese, the line was more along the lines of, if two people feed one to each other. So that does imply that each one gives one to the other.
Okay.
So in that case, stuff like the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind title screen makes sense. And so if you ever see fan art of, like, you know, characters eating a Paopu and they're very specifically eating the same one, then that is almost certainly a Western or English-speaking fan making that fan art and being like, that's what's going on.
I wonder if any incredibly nerdy couples have ever, like, made a fake Paopu fruit and given one to the other. I'm sure.
I mean, star fruit, even though they don't have the same shape, you could cut them up to look like a star fruit.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Like a Paopu. Yeah.
I mean, if people are gonna dress up as Shrek and Fiona for a wedding, I think anything goes.
Sure.
Don't Google that. The cringe may kill you.
So yeah, we're doing the whole thing of like, is Cloud an enemy? Is he a friend from the first game, but in a very different way? Because we're evoking the idea of Kingdom Hearts 1, but not exactly following it beat for beat.
Right. I mean, they don't even remember who Cloud is. No, I've been paying half attention. How much do they remember about Cloud?
This is all new to them. This might as well be a whole new world with new people they've never met before. That's the whole idea of them losing their memories at the Disney worlds, is so that they can experience all these worlds as if it was for the first time, just like in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, another thing from Kingdom Hearts 1 that I wanted to follow up on from our commentary on it. So, remember Riku's line, "There can't be two Keyblade Masters"?
Yeah.
So I think I made some rationale for that back then of being like, okay, they had very different ideas of what they were doing. Substitute the word master for wielder at this point in the story. But also, if you look back at it, it's specifically Riku saying that, and him saying that makes sense for what he believes at that point in time. He's had Maleficent whispering in his ear for the whole game, and even things we find out in later games wouldn't necessarily signal to him that that isn't true, even if he does remember them. I'm referring to something that happens in Birth by Sleep, but that was a long time ago. And, like, Mickey shows up later in that same game with his own Keyblade, so that line is disproven within the same game, so it was always supposed to be viewed as something, as an incorrect belief that he held at that specific moment. So it's not just that, oh, that's hilarious in hindsight. No, that was wrong all the way back in 2002.
Ah. There's a certain tragedy of... I think Riku is a great example of somebody with great intentions, but ultimately not the best judge of character, which just is kind of sad that it just really continued to bite him in the butt worse and worse. Like, at what point did Ansem possess Riku anyway?
He possessed him immediately after Sora beat him in the lobby of Hollow Bastion.
Oh, okay.
So it was right after that Riku was like, "Why? I had it. It was all mine." And then Ansem's like, "Open your heart to darkness." And then the next time we see Riku after that, he's talking with like the double voice.
All right. You know, speaking of speaking of opening heart to darkness, I discovered that the voice actor for Riku has streamed Kingdom Hearts, like the Kingdom Hearts series, and one of the comments in the videos got me to laugh. It was like, 50 gift subs and I'll open my heart to the darkness. Oh, man.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of, I believe it's David Gallagher playing Kingdom Hearts. I'm not sure how far he's gotten into this at this point, if he's just playing Kingdom Hearts 1, or he's going to be playing the rest of the series. But yeah, I've seen a little of it.
I discovered it when I found... Yeah, I discovered it when I found an animation of somebody animated him, like... Because his voice has not really changed, or at least he's really good at doing Kingdom Hearts 1 Riku voice. So as a result, I was kind of tripped out not knowing what I was seeing, where it was like moments from Kingdom Hearts, but I'm like, wait, Riku never said this, but that's either a perfect impression or just, I don't know, just really funny stuff. Like, I need to keep watching it, but there's something magical about watching somebody that made something, playing, or not made it, but like voiced it. Like
involved in its
the other one I can
production,
think of is Connor from Detroit Become Human. His voice actor went through that game and kind of made fun of the game relentlessly, which is kind of great.
Sure.
I hope I'm remembering that right. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm talking way too long.
No, you're good. Otherwise, it's just going to be me nerding out over Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, the next world after this, or maybe the one between this and Wonderland, would ordinarily be Deep Jungle. It would be Tarzan. But if you'll recall all the stuff we went over in Kingdom Hearts 1 over the copyright stuff relating to Tarzan in Kingdom Hearts 1, yeah, by the time they made this game, all of the Tarzan rights had expired for Disney, so there was no chance they were going to put that in this game. So that's one of the biggest blind spots in regards to one of the ways in which they could not have made a direct remake or demake of Kingdom Hearts 1. So they just cut out the Tarzan world entirely. Now, that said, the Keyblade for it, the Jungle King, there are assets for that in the game, in the GBA version. They can be viewed via hacking. But it was just dummied out. And End of the World was also considered to be in this game, but it never made it.
He was with the king when the door closed. I guess there's no way we'll forget the most important memories.
Hands on the back of the head pose, Sora.
Yep.
You seem
new character.
Intrigued by this Sora kid.
Are you telling me you're not Larxene?
Alright, so we got another organization member. This is Larxene.
I think what intrigues me more is what you see in him.
There was a time he became a Heartless. And if one becomes a Heartless...
They lose their minds and their feelings. They're consumed by the darkness.
Right, but not Sora.
So some people really hate Larxene. I love to hate Larxene. I think she's a really entertaining villain.
Only one other man who's been able to do just that.
What's the name of the
strength of his heart.
I forgot the thing that makes you. Is it an Ahoge?
A Hoge.
A Hoge.
You mean the idiot hair? I think a Hoge literally means antenna. She would not have that. It's specifically one hair sticking up from the middle of the head.
Because I've seen a character with multiple before, but yeah, you're right. It's in the wrong spot.
Yeah, and there's two of them, so. Yeah, a Hoge is also called an idiot hair because it's usually the mark of someone kind of stupid.
I can't think of anything, so maybe that means that I really am losing my memories.
Oh, really, Goofy?
You know, you're taking this existential nightmare on the chin, man.
But whatever they were, they couldn't have been very important memories, right?
Right. Or else I don't think you would have forgotten it.
I keep having this nagging feeling that I've forgotten something.
Hey, if you forgot it probably wasn't all that important.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, no.
There's that exchange summed up.
What is that?
A good luck charm Kairi gave me.
So originally I was going to have Kairi's face as the kid in the rain, but the very next thing that Sora does after that is prove that he does remember Kairi, so that wouldn't make sense.
Kairi.
Maybe if I was better at editing, I may have put in some a whole legion of Disney characters in that scene, but
yeah, as somebody who's wasted a good chunk of their life. Oh, Namen. Huh.
That was supposed to be his memories, so he definitely remembers Kairi, but he also seems to remember Naminé.
Hey, Sora, where did you go?
But yeah, last time when I was talking about like two things that I wanted to do in regards to the editing that I kind of forgot about, one was the hold it in the trial, and then that was the other one. So I remembered that one.
Straight to Agrabah.
Were you going to say something just a second ago? Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that I've done high effort edits that I'm like, Was that worth the time? Absolutely not.
It could have been way worse. I wanted to also have the heads rotate in response to the movement. I tried so hard, but I couldn't get it to work. It would always put the center of rotation in some weird place, and I couldn't change it. I don't know how to do resolve very well.
Yeah, like, anytime I need to do anything crazy, I always go back to After Effects. That's just what I use.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a way. I'm not very knowledgeable, but yeah, I think it turned out pretty good.
Oh yeah, I liked it.
I also had to cut out the laugh tracks, so I just, in the last shot, I just put in generic rain sounds.
Oh, I think it works better without the laugh track. Oh no, is it Homer Simpson?
It would be if any of the Disney characters get voiced in this game, which they don't. But yeah, so in regards to the few Disney characters that do get voiced, Donald and Goofy have their same voices in KH1, which are their, for the time, standard casting of Tony Anselmo for Donald and Bill Farmer for Goofy. Jiminy Cricket is voiced by Eddie Carroll, same as in KH1, but this game, Rechain of Memories, was his final role in anything before his death. That's actually happened a couple of times in Kingdom Hearts, where it was some Disney voice actor's final project before they died. Alright, while we're just messing around in Agrabah, I'll talk about Larxine's voice. So Larxine is voiced by Chanel Gray, who's also known by her maiden name, Chanel Workman. She voiced Pasadena Opossum in Crash Tag Team Racing, and Alestia Ialus in Mass Effect. And she also starred as Jenny in The Skateboard Kid.
The Skateboard Kid. Is that a game?
That's a movie. You may remember it from JonTron and Best of the Worst.
No. Is that the one with the talking skateboard?
Yes.
No. I wasn't supposed to remember that ever.
Now, Chanel Gray is also the older sister to Ariel Winter, who was born Ariel Winter Workman, who's best known as Alex on Modern Family. She's the titular Sophia the First, and voices Gretchen on Phineas and Ferb. And
wait. She voices Sophia the First?
I believe so, yes.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the little sister of Larxine's voice actress. And Ariel would eventually get a small role in a future Kingdom Hearts game. Hopefully we'll get to that someday. But yeah, the two sisters have voiced for Kingdom Hearts.
That's pretty cool.
And I think that Chanel does an excellent job with Larxine. Absolutely dripping with, like, sadism and smug aura.
Yeah. Voice actresses have really ruined my standard of how people talk.
So yeah, it's kind of funny seeing how Chain of Memories handles Disney plots, seeing as they're basically compressed adaptations of KH1 world stories, which were already heavily condensed versions of the movies. So we're kind of playing the telephone game here. It's a copy of a copy.
Kingdom Hearts Kai, if you will.
Yeah, so what Aladdin uses his 3 wishes on is becomes even more like why would you use a wish on that than in Kingdom Hearts 1?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to? I'm sorry, I cannot do a good Homer Simpson impression.
It's hard. But I'm not very good at impressions myself.
At least one of the guys on Oni Plays does a fantastic impression.
Oh, yeah. Ironically, if I had 3 wishes, one of them would be the ability to shapeshift, and that includes my voice. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That
shows
be,
where my priorities
insanely
lie.
useful. It's always interesting meeting like a shape-shifting character and then realizing you have no reason to conclude that this is their original form.
My reason is stupid.
Like Captain Ginyu.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Because for me, it's like cosplay, voice acting, being able to wear whatever the heck I want. Like, very, very petty reasons.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Hey, look at this. We can do the entire plot of Aladdin entirely inside Agrabah. We don't even have to go to the Cave of Wonders.
Good.
Because they only bothered putting together a tile set for Agrabah.
Oh my gosh.
Having the Cave of Wonders would have been a completely different set, so... Yeah, we're not leaving Agrabah for this Disney story.
This is almost like... There's a trend of remaking a game, but from memory. I've seen it done for Mario World, and I've seen it done for Mario 64. And this is literally almost that concept, but officially done.
He just dematerialized his Keyblade, but if you look there, the chain on the Keyblade was acting kind of weird. So someone starched it or like welded the links together so they would stick out. Oh yeah, I'm not sure that... I think I may have covered this in Kingdom Hearts 1, but the model for Sora here is based on his one from Dream Drop Distance. So again, a copy of a copy. They used his Dream Drop Distance model for the HD versions of Kingdom Hearts 1, and then they used that for this. I believe on the PS2, his hair was a darker shade of brown.
I've often struggled that with character design, where I can't keep a consistent palette. Like, I've had a character who started out with lighter... What is it? She went from having, like, light brown hair to, like, dark brown hair to then, like, incorporating red. Like, it stinks because, like, you want something fully formed, but inevitably it's sometimes better to let that go and just see where the character evolves, and it might be somewhere better.
Yeah. Well, while we're talking about re-releases, I might as well talk about the timing. So Chain of Memories released in Japan in November of 2004, and less than a month later in North America in December. Kingdom Hearts 2 came out a year after that in December of 2005, and in March of 2006 in North America. 2005 release was the Japanese release, and then Chain of Memories came out in March 2007 in Japan, and over a year and a half later got its standalone release in North America in December of 2008.
Gotcha. So I'm terrible for this, but in the back of my mind, I pictured Aladdin now, and it just cuts to Aladdin with a gun and just shoots Jafar. Like, it's so stupid. But
Which you bringing that up reminds me of that one bit from the Silver campaign by Lythero, where Silver's like, "Oh, gotta take out the robots," and then pulls out a gun and just shoots them. in the scene where there's like the creepy stalker girl that he's supposed to be like bodyguarding or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Silver, will you put this collar on?
It says way too much about me that I was like, "Oh, I kind of like her," and then she took it too far, and I'm like, "That's just too far."
I mean, I think that was something that they just completely made up for.
Oh,
the
absolutely.
playthrough,
It's
but-
just like I like quirky,
Yeah,
but I
it
don't
was
want
great.
crazy.
Oh, certainly not. But that was a great bit.
Oh, it was great. Oh, almost as good as the part where the part where Silver literally, in an attempt to escape, somehow like kills himself with the robot. Like that was just like the comedic timing on that was insane.
All right, so again on the timeline. So if you'll recall, I think from the first part, I set up that if we consider the day that Sora stabbed himself with the Keyblade to be day 1, it kills Ansem on day 16, arrives at Castle Oblivion on day 24. The end of this game takes place on day 49. So Sora spends the better part of a month here in Castle Oblivion.
I hate that.
And so I would say by this point he spent at least a week inside.
Yeah, I really don't like that the more I think about it. Now, wait a second. Because, like, yeah, he has legs, but I thought it was the manacles disappear is what shows him his freedom.
Yeah, they don't remove the braces on his wrists, which were supposed to be the main signifier of him not having freedom.
Yeah, although it is kind of a Marge Simpson effect. I don't like the genie without those. It just looks naked. Like, much like
It's
Marge
the Beauty
Simpson.
and the Beast effect that there's no human version of the Beast that they could have put at the end that audiences would have responded well to.
I have seen at least give him a beard. Like, I have seen some pretty good, like, get it in the ballpark. Like I'm pretty sure he goes from being this brown-haired beast to, like, a blonde. Maybe I'm misremembering, though. No, no. Dirty blonde, at least.
You know, I'm trying to think in Kingdom Hearts 1 if he loses the braces when at the end of the Agrabah storyline, and what his summon looks like, because when you have the summon, that's after he's gained his freedom.
Right.
So I'm trying to think if he still had them in that
considering
game.
This is all off of Sora's flawed memories, it doesn't matter. Every inconsistency doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's you can chalk it all up to Sora being poor at observation. Although, you know, all this stuff could also just be based less off of what he can consciously recall and more off of his subconscious of what you didn't notice it, but your brain did.
Uh-huh.
So let's see. So yeah, I when I recorded these two worlds, I actually did them in the opposite order. I did Agrabah first and then Olympus Coliseum.
Who could that have been before? In my memory.
So he's thinking back. He's trying to see if he can remember Naminé.
I think her name was
Sarah! Let's go!
Gosh dang it, Donald.
Sure. Man, it was right on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, well. And we see her drawing once again. But this time, what's she drawing? Sora, Riku, Kairi, and Naminé all together. Interesting. Well, anyways, we will see you next time on Kingdom Hearts: Rechain of Memories.